Girls are not girling. The girls are not girling in this blouse. Mm-mm. Oh, come on. You already know. Why do you invite me if I know how I get? Why do you invite me if you know how I get? If you know how I get, why do you invite me? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So if you look at the thumbnail, you know we are going to be talking about Saint Expedito, Saint Expedite. Saint Expedite. Okay? We're going to be talking about the saint of saints, one of the saints that's most worked across cultures. And nobody can tell me that he's not one of the saints that people work the most with. Hello, hello, hola, hola. So San Expedito, we're gonna talk about San Expedito because you know damn well that San Expedito is out here expediting things for people. If you know, and if you didn't, let me tell you, let me share with you. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna share a little bit of history. Wait, let me take this off. I'm sorry. I was at the ER last night again. Eh. Well, let me just cut this off. Anyway, um, so hola, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 familia. So I got my little drinky drink, a little ginger beer, mango ginger beer. I'm drinking. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of history, a little bit of background. I'm gonna give you the way some people work with him in different traditions, right? Like hoodoo, New Orleans hoodoo, New Orleans hoodoo, etc. And just general. And I'm gonna give you how I work with him and what he done for me. Okay, because I worked with him before and he came through. So if you know, Saint Expedite, Saint Expedito, Saint Expedite is synchronized in different traditions with like in, for example, in New Orleans, he is synchronized with a baron. New Orleans hoodoo, he's synchronized with a baron, right? With in 21 division as well, or is it Papa Gede? Not sure, don't quote me on that, do your own research. But in different traditions, he's synchronized with like a different entity, a different spirit. And it happened with the cross culturalization of Catholicism and the people's culture, the culture of the people of the land. And just like they did in Cuba, that they hid the orishas behind a Catholic saint to be able to still praise and worship that orisha and serve that orisha through the image of the Catholic saint. Same thing happened in Haiti and in other parts of the world. So Saint Expedite, and let me bring him right. Hody, 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 hody. So you know he has the words hody, hody, hoodie. Some people say hoodie, howdy, depending on the culture again. Like I say, this saint right here is one of the saints most worked cross culturally. Don't let nobody tell you this saint is only from my culture. Let's start by saying in April 303, that's when he became a martyr, martyrized, canonized, right, as a Catholic saint. He was all the way in Armenia, in what is right now part of Turkey, right? That's where he were, and he became Catholic. He turned to Catholicism. He was a Roman centaur. for the uniform can tell you. I was in that area. And it is said that he was a messenger. He used to go, he was very fast. He was a messenger. Some folk cultures say that he became a Catholic and the devil came and visited him. Okay, hello, hello. The devil came and visited him in the form of a crow. If you see, he's standing on a crow in this one, or the form of a snake, depending on what statue you get and in which culture you get that statue. It might be a crow or it might be a snake. And the devil said to him, if only one more day. Or kras. The word kras means one more day. And he said, no, today, Hodi, I'm becoming a Christian. I'm turning my life to God today. And I know it's a little hypocritical that we are working with a saint that become to Christianity, but that's not here nor there. I'm just speaking on the history and how things go, or how they told the story, that his story went. Okay? So, Saint Expedite helps with matters of procrastination. If you have a problem with procrastination, you should be working with Saint Expedite. Just an advice. I think it would be great for you to work with him if you have a little problem with procrastinating. Okay? He works with fast money matters. Let's say you are late to pay your rent. You need to pay your rent. You work with Saint Expedite. You need to make a car payment. You work with Saint Expedite. You need some quick money. You need to with Saint Expedite. Some traditions say that you should do one petition at a time, because according to some folk stories, right, to some traditional stories, one of the things that he got canonized was that they cut his ears, so he's deaf. That's what they say. Some other stories said they cut his whole head, right? So in other words, what they're trying to say is, when, just like I'm speaking to you right now, nice, slow, and firm, in a firm tone and kind of loud, that's how you state the petition to Saint Expedite. Okay? That's how you talk to him. Okay? There is no, because I wanted not what he said, that he won't understand you. You gotta calm down, slow it down, turn it up. And a lot of traditions say to go one petition at a time. One thing. So pick a struggle. Is it the card note? Is it the rent? Is it the settlement? Is it the promotion? Is whatever it is, pick one. That's how I suggest beginners, people that have not worked with him before, people that have not received his favor before, to work with him. One petition at a time. Okay? So, that's one of the don'ts. Don't go in a low tone of voice, and don't go too fast talking to him. That's the don'ts. Okay? I would say, do not, if you just starting to work with him, do not overwhelm him with a list of petitions. Just do one. Let him come through for one and then continue to work with him. Okay? In the hoodoo tradition, they believe that you should set up a space for him. That's why we stay with the red tablecloth. That's why we stay with the red tablecloth. Honey, good for you if you talk to God. This not might be the life for you. Stay blessed. So, you set up a space for him. Okay? You set up a small space for him. That small space, it is recommended that you use a red tablecloth, because red is one of his colors, as you can see the cape. Okay? And you set up, it is said that you set it up in like a triangle shape. I do not like setting up spaces in my room, for example. Like this is my little altar room. I do my work here. I have my ancestor shrine over there, another shrine over here. Like if you can set it, just pick a small space. If you do not have, let's say you live in a room, you have a living situation where you're living in somebody's house and you're living in a room, then I will suggest you get like a small separator, or that you just make it clear that this is the space you have, you know, this is the space you have, and you just set up your altar, your little altar there. It's just a temporary altar. Temporary. You're not gonna leave it there forever unless you decide to. But it's, you know, you're not gonna leave it there forever. Okay? So I remember I have used one of those eating trays, like when you bring breakfast to the table. Breakfast to bed. One of those tiny breakfast to bed trays, and I just used one of those. Okay, I'm speaking of how I in New Orleans hoodoo. In New Orleans hoodoo, they, like I say, they set up the altar in a triangle shape. Okay, they put his image in the far back middle. Then to the left, they place the red candle. So you're gonna work with him with red candles. Some people use green candles, but traditionally they do red candles. I remember I bought these small red candles at my Asian store because Asian people use them for their New Year celebration, and they are like the cutest because they are like tiny and just super practical. So I remember buying these at my local Asian store because they always keep them in stock, at least where I am, you know. So red is evil. Oh, so that means the blood, that means when you pinch yourself and you're bleeding for whatever reason, and the liquid that goes through your veins oxidize and become red, you're evil. That means that when your mom had you, she had you in evil because she bled. Interesting. Okay, evil friend. Welcome to the evil club. I don't know what you're trying to convince me of. I told you this life might not be for you. Exit to the left. Thank you so much for the view though, because that counts. Thank you for the view and the engagement, because that counts. Okay, let's continue. So people get either this candle, glass and capsule candle. I don't have any here. I have them out there. I forgot to bring one over here. So any type of you can work with him in any language. En español es San Expedito. San Expedito, en las 21 divisiones, no estoy segura si está sincronizado con Papá Guedé o con Varón, but you work with Saint Expedite in whatever language. Like I say, that is one of the saints that is the most work in any tradition, any country. Ethiopian Orthodox Church, Ethiopian Orthodox people work with Saint Expedite. Hindu people work with Saint Expedite. Turkish people work with Saint Expedite. We're talking international, okay? They work with him internationally. So you already know. So let me keep talking to you. Let me don't get distracted with the comments. I'm not going to read the comments. I might turn them off because I want to get this information out because I have stuff to do. Like I say, I'm working on your orders. I give thanks and praises because you guys had flooded my inbox with orders for the Bonanza oil, and I really, really want to get them out so you guys can go ahead and enjoy the benefits of the Bonanza oil. So him, to the left of him, you're going to put the red candle. To the right of him, you put either the prayer card or a prayer that you will print from Google. You decide if you're going to get yourself the prayer card, and the glass of water. So that's how they form the triangle. And then whatever offering you're going to be giving him, you're going to put those offerings like in the middle. The offerings that you give him, what type of offerings you give him? And here we go again with the contradictions across cultures. Some people do not give the offerings in the beginning. Some people give partially offerings in the beginning because they believe that he is a border saint. It's bordering. Okay? So I give you this now. I give you the red flowers, for example. And when you come through for me, I'm gonna give you the pound cake. In in traditional New Orleans hoodoo, they believe that he only likes the Sally Mae pound cake. But these saints been around before Sally Mae was Sally Mae and invented her pound cake. So I disagree that it only has to be Sally Mae pancake. That's just me, and I stand by it. I make the pound cake myself. I make my own pound cake unless I am super busy, too much going on, then I go and I purchase a store-bought pound cake. So what are the offerings? Red flowers, pound cake, pennies, or dimes. It depends. If you have Mercury dimes, remember, he is also synchronized with Mercury. People talk about, oh, Mercury, you gotta talk, you gotta see, you gotta work with Mercury. Mercury is synchronized with Saint Expedite. We're talking about the same energy right there. Same energy. If it speed up things, do things fast, etc., etc. So Mercury dimes or pennies. You can also do pennies, copper pennies. Of course, the glass of water. Okay, this is the 5 things. Red flowers, red candles, depending on what tradition, and if your petition is about money, it could be green, but I always stick to red. The pound cake, the dimes or penny, and the public thank you. Oh, you cannot forget about the public thank you. Oh, don't forget about the public thank you. Back in the days, they used to purchase newspaper space. You know, back in the days, you used to pay like 10 cents or something like that for a newspaper space, and just people would put it anonymous. Thank you, Saint Expedite, for helping me with this on the newspaper. But now we have, ta-da, social media. What the heck? Oh, social media. Okay, the power of social media. Now you can do an anonymous Reddit post. If you're out the witchy closet, I'm not judging you. I know a lot of people do these practices and they and their family don't know. They don't want to go public with it, etc., etc. So you cannot put it on Facebook. You cannot put it on Facebook because your family gonna see you. Now you out the witchy closet. Hello, we've been waiting for you out here. It's 2024. We don't get burned anymore. It's 2024, baby. The year of Saturn and the rise of the divine feminine. Hello. We've been out here waiting for you. But no rush. No rush. You don't have to come out the witchy closet. You know? So just do like an anonymous Reddit post. Or go to a group. I would say like a group. A private Saint Expedite group. And just make a post giving thanks. Tell somebody. Make a video. Just... you have to give your public thanks, because the blessing that he's gonna help you acquire and attain is gonna be public. So you're not gonna keep him in the dark. Okay? So, just letting you know. Just letting you know. So, okay, you set up your little space. You have your glass of water. Remember, water is the master element, the element where spirits communicate and move through. So you're gonna have your glass of water. You're gonna have your red candle. You're going to have your prayer card or just your prayer. Also, you can write a petition. You can write a petition and put it right under your glass of water. I will suggest, like I said, if you're a beginner, you're just starting working with Saint Expedite, stick to one petition at a time. Let's say you need an extra $300 to make rent. Focus on those $300 that you need to make rent. Okay? Saint Expedite. I ask that you bring me. One thing that I will suggest as well, give him a timeline. My rent is due in 2 weeks. My rent is due in 2 weeks. And I thank you because I know you will grant my petition in less than 2 weeks. In 10, you say 10 days. I know by 10 days I'm going to have my petition granted. By 10 days I'm going to have my petition granted. Give him a timeline is one thing that I will say. He likes the pressure. He likes the pressure. Remember, he's saying expedite. May put him to work quick. Because if you keep dragging it, you lighting candles for a whole month and stuff like that, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I know some people that only work with him 3 days. I'm going to give you a service for 3 days and I expect response quick. Some people do 9 days, what we call a novena, right? So that's up to you how you wanna work it, how you wanna do the things, how you wanna do the things when you do the things, and you do the things. Okay. So disposing of. So every day you're gonna sit. You're going to light a candle. If you're gonna do the little taper candles, the little Sabbath candles, you're gonna light it. If you are doing the glass candle, because I work from home, I can keep my candle going. If you do not work from home, I will not suggest that you keep the candle going unless you are following fire hazard safety rules. I gotta talk about this and be responsible because a lot of people forget that part. When they teaching you, the little TikTok witches and all this stuff, be telling you, don't put your candles by a curtain. Don't put your candles by a curtain. Do not put your candles where there is a wind draft that can blow something to it. If you have a cat or a pet that you know is nosy as hell, and it might, make your candle fall, and don't do it. Don't do it. In Spanish, we call candles vela. Vela. Vela de velar. Velar is a verb that means to keep an eye on shit. Velar. Keep an eye on the stuff. Velalo. Velalo. Right? So there is a reason why some things are called what they call. Okay? So keep an eye on your candles. Keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on your stuff. Please, 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 please. Make sure that you're using fire safe containers to light your candles. I am big on, if you're using a glass candle, glass and capsule candles, I am big on keeping it in a bowl of water. Keeping it in a bowl, like inside a bowl with a little bit of water. That one serves as the water serves as an offering to the spirit of the candle. I believe there is a spirit in everything. We are spirit. Everything is spirit. Having this human experience. And two, it serves to avoid overheating in the candles. A lot of people come to me talking about, oh my God, my candle blew up, my candle exploded, my candle cracked, and I think somebody put something. Baby, nobody put nothing on you. You let the candle overheat. Not just that, let's remember these candles now, unless you're making your own, they are being made like mass produced. And sometimes the wick, instead of being straight to the bottom, is coming closer to one of the walls of the candles. That make the candle overheat even more. So please keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So we spoke about the pound cake, the red flowers, the red candles, the glass of water, and public thank you. The public thank you, right? Those are things. No glass of water. The glass of water is standard. The pennies or dimes, and the public thank you. Those are the 5 things, right? You're gonna sit down. You're gonna say your prayer daily. You're gonna light your candle. You're gonna sit there. Spend some time. Spend a little bit of time. Take some time. Remember, when it comes to a spiritual practice, a lot of the sacrifices that we made as people, having this experience, is a sacrifice of time and space. Space because we take space to put up altars. We take space to, do whatever, shrines and stuff like that. And time because we got to take the time to actually practice. That's why it's called a spiritual practice. It's not called a spiritual perfect because you're practicing. And practice needs what? Time. Because practice makes perfect, right? So take some time. Take some time. I know he's saying expedite and he moves fast, but he wants you to slow down when you're working with him. Slow down. That's one of the lessons that you will learn working with him. To slow down. Sit down. Sit down. Talk to the man. Talk to the man. Sit down. Spend some time. Relax. Why are you in a rush? He's going to be the one in the rush. You relax. Cálmate, niña. Cálmate, mijita. Okay? Cálmate, mijita. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys are writing, but I'm not seeing anything coming. So, by the way, thank you so much. See, I just saw the message. Reported him for bullying. Okay. So, let me tell you. What happened when you're done working with Saint Expedite? You had your, so let's say, okay. Then I'm going to tell you my experience. Let's say you had your petition, everything worked out. What do you do with the pound cake now? So the way I was taught, you take the pound cake, crumble it down, and you take it out to a park, and you feed it to the ducks or you feed it to the birds. Let the birds come and eat it. Right? You water a plant with the water or just throw it outside. You just dispose of the flowers, whatever remain of the wax and the pennies by a tree or somewhere where there is nature. Just put it in a brown paper bag and dispose it somewhere where there is nature. Walk away, don't look back. That's how I was taught. That's how I've done it. How I've always done it. Okay, when I'm working with Saint Expedite. Now, let me tell you how Saint Expedite came through for me. Ay, San Expedito, tráemelo rapidito. This ginger beer, bussin'. Oh, forgot to tell y'all. So some people use a golden plate. You know, one of those Dollar Tree trays, or go to the thrift store and get you a good quality sterling silver, one of those old grandma serving trays, and set up. You can set up the little altar there too, and they sprinkle around instant coffee, because yes, coffee wake up spirit and coffee makes things move fast, but instant coffee is faster. That's an old hoodoo. That's an old hoodoo trick. That's an old hoodoo trick. Instant coffee. Ra, 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 around your workings or with the candles. Some people just dress the candle with some Saint Expedite oil or fast lock oil. You know how you dress a candle. You know I'm bringing my candle fixing class back. But anoint the candle with the oil and then just roll it over the instant coffee. Boom. You can do it that way, or just leave the candle how it is and just sprinkle the instant coffee. Some people do a little bit of ginger, because ginger also accelerates stuff. Ra, 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 ra. I've heard some people using cayenne pepper as well, but I don't know. I leave the cayenne pepper for all the deities that are hotter in nature, even though it's pretty hot though. Red color, fast action. It's pretty hot. He coming in with the heat. How he came through for me. It was circa, can't even remember the year. Long time ago. I had separated from my ex-husband. We were separated. I ended up, because of convenience, because my job being super close, because I was afraid. I have to say how it is. I was afraid of starting over, with no family in this country. I'm a whole immigrant, etc., with 2 kids. Like, what do I do? So I ended up, his mother offered for me to stay with her and the kids. And she was like, I'm going to watch the kids while you go to work. So I was like, oh, okay. And my job was literally walking distance from her house, so it worked perfectly. And I'm like, okay, I can put up money, get everything I need to get, and then make a better plan, because it was everything so quick and so messy. But I needed a car, because I couldn't keep asking her for a car. I couldn't, because the lady had other things to do. So my ass was like, I need a car, I need a car, I need a car. So somebody told me about San Expedito, que te lo trae rapidito. And I was like, oh, clutch my invisible pearls. No. Yes, I've seen him, I've seen his image, etc., but I've never worked with him before. So I'm like, okay, let me give it a try, because why not? Why not? And I remember I didn't have the prayer card or anything like that, because I was living in somebody else's home, somebody whose beliefs are extremely different from mine, and I was being respectful of this person's space as well. I'm like, I'm not gonna impose any of my things, so let me get excuse me. Ooh. Uy, mira si es verdad. Like, let me keep it very nice, simple, and stuff. So I have bought me a Saint Expedite candle, one of the glass candles that have the prayer already in the back. So I didn't have to be like printing prayers. I'm doing too much, because I'm like, I really, I don't have it. I don't have it like that. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have the space right now. I don't want to be disrespectful and just impose my beliefs in somebody else's home. I'm not doing anything like that. So let me just be very quick. And I remember every time she will leave for work, I remember she was back in school back in those days. I can't, something like that. But she had to leave the house on the daily. That's when I used the time to light the candle and say my petition and stuff like that, then snuff the candle out and just continue with my day. So I remember writing my petition, and I focused only on the car, because that's what I most needed at the moment. I was already working. I was bartending and serving tables, being a waitress and a bartender, so I was making pretty good money. It was daily money. So, but because of the nature of my ex-husband, I had no credit. He didn't believe in credit, etc., etc. So I had no credit. I had no way to prove, I have way to prove income, but I have no credit. And it would have been so a pain in the ass for some of these car dealerships to just, or the interest would have been ridiculous, because me not having no credit history. So, but I forget about the how, because I really don't care. When I do any type of petition, and please take this with you, if you don't take anything else, take this with you. When you do any type of petition, any type of workings, any type of anything, I need you to forget about the how. How spirit will bring it to you, that's their problem, not yours. You just place your order. Go through the drive-through of the universe and place your order. How that order is gonna get cooked, that's none of your problem. You just know when you get to the next window, you're gonna pick up your order exactly what you order, right? One thing about Saint Expedite, and when it comes to being specific, make sure that you mention with harm to none. Because I had somebody that was doing some workings around the time that I was doing workings. I was going live on Instagram like constantly 2-3 times a day. Like, I was lit back in those days. So let's say my business wasn't as busy as now, so I had more time to be in front of the camera going live. And it was right in the beginning that we got the live feature on Instagram, so everybody was going live so many times, and I was riding that wagon. And that's how I grew my following as well too, my first page that don't even exist anymore. But I remember that person was doing the work with me alongside, like we was doing the work. And one of the ways that she received her money is through inheritance. One of her aunts passed away. So yes, she received the money she wanted, but at what cost? So make sure that you are very specific and loud, and you let Saint Expedite know with harm to none. With harm to none, with harm to none. Okay? So that nobody gets harmed in the quest of you receiving your blessing. Not even yourself. Okay? So I set my petition for the car. I started doing my workings with Saint Expedite. I remember that I put the instant coffee in the can. I dressed the candle with the instant coffee and some ginger, some speedy herbs, and that's the way I did it. Someone contacted me because they needed something. The person was living in Puerto Rico at the time, and the person is like, I have a car and I'm selling the car. What? I have the car and I'm selling the car for this much. I said to her, I don't have the whole amount right now, but if we work a payment plan, I'm working, I'll pay it off. And she's like, okay, go tell such and such to give you the key and take the car. It was that simple. It was that quick. And it was in less than 9 days. And I had my car. And I was out here. I was out here with my kids. Me and my kids riding. We see me rolling. See me rolling. I fumbled it afterwards. I fumbled it because I decided to go back to make it work and go back and make the whole family thing work with my ex-husband, and I gave back the car. So I gave her back the car for her to decide or sell it to somebody else. That was my fault. If not, I would still have that car. I will still have it. But I messed it up. One thing with Saint Expedite, don't forget to give your public thanks, because the same way he gives you things fast, he can take them away. Okay? So give your public thank you. Be kind. Don't forget to be kind to others. Share his miracles and his blessings so that other people know that he's an alternative, that they don't need to feel alone, that they don't need to feel that they need to carry certain weights all by themselves, that there is aid out here. There is help out here. Whatever that help looks to you, okay? You can be like solely God. I just believe and trust God. Okay. Go ahead over there. Over here, we believe in God and his helpers. Okay? There is a reason why saints exist across cultures, in so many cultures. So many people believe in them. So many people have testimonials of the miracles that these saints have worked on them in their lives. So we believe in that over here. Some other people believe in other stuff, and that's okay. That's okay. Whatever rocks your boat, you be happy to each their own. So that is my thing. Oh, working with Saint Expedite is great if you can start on a Wednesday, the day of Mercury. We stay ready. The day of Mercury. So a day like today, one of the reasons why I'm working about him today on a Wednesday is because it's his day. So if you can start the day of Mercury, the day of communication, day ruled by Mercury, but you can start any day. If you have an emergency, girl, and it's a Sunday, you start on that Sunday. Don't wait until the Wednesday to start. But if if ideally a Wednesday will be a magnificent day. So recap. Saint Expedite image, or just you can print it. If you don't have the image like I do, you can just print the image. Print a little image. So you set up with the printed image, your glass of water, your red candle, your petition, or your prayer card. Okay? You decide, that's another thing, test the waters. Decide if you want to give the offerings before or if you want to give the offerings after. Or if you're going to partially give the offerings. For example, I'm giving you these red flowers. When you bring to me in that time span of 7 days, this extra $1,000 so that I can make rent, I will give you the pound cake and the pennies. And I will tell people about your glorious acts in my life. I give you these red flowers now. We're negotiating, right? I'm giving you these red flowers now. But when you work this miracle for me of this extra $900 so that I can pay my car note in the next 9 days when it's due, then I'm going to give you the pound cake. Or I'm giving you this pound cake now, But when you grant me the promotion at my job, I'm going to sit with my boss in 3 days. And by your power and grace, I expect my boss to say yes to promoting me. Then I'm going to give you the red flowers and the pennies, etc., etc., etc. So just negotiate and see how it works for you. Some people is plain old water and candle until he comes through, and then give all this stuff after. Some people are like that. So it depends. I've done it like that too, and it have worked. I will say that I'm favored by him. Can I say that? Can I be fresh and say that I am favored by Saint Expedite, Saint Expedito, tráemelo rapidito? I think so, because I've done it both ways. I've done no offerings. I've done, yeah, no offerings. That's it. And I've done partial offering. Give you the rest later when I see my part. Run me my money. Run me my money. I've never heard about people asking Saint Expedite for protection. I always heard about people asking for something that they need quick and fast. Something to come fast into their life. Especially concerning money, concerning health issues and money. That's what I've heard the most of people working with him for those two matters. So I hope this video is helpful for all of you, to all of you. I hope that you come back right to this video and write your miracle. Let this video be the canvas to your thank you. So when he comes through for you, you can come right over here and write your public thank you right here. Go ahead. Share this video with other like-minded people that might love this information, that can take advantage of this information. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And don't forget that we are one of the reasons why we're about money and all money matters and how to work with things concerning money is because we are going through a summer money challenge. If you do not know what it is, go check the rest of my videos so you can get caught up. Come on, Speedy Gonzalez. Come on, Speedy Gonzalez. Get on it. Get with the program and join the challenge. Join the money challenge. Okay? Today is a good day. Is the 27th day of the lunar cycle. And the spirit of money is dancing and expecting to dance with you. So say your affirmations. Today is a day where you say your affirmations, activate your money vortex, start working with Saint Expedite, light a money candle, take a prosperity bath, or whatever you decide to do. Okay? I am extremely grateful to you, your guardian angels, and the spirits of light that work with you. I pray that your ancestors are illuminated and your descendants are elevated. I pray that you are lifted in spirit and that you live your best life. I see you guys next time. You already know where to find me. Maraja Spiritual Luxury on Instagram. Maraja Spiritual Luxury right here on YouTube. And Patreon. You can also find me on Patreon, baby. We have a beautiful Patreon. So join the mermaids. We're swimming to our best lives. We're swimming in the vast sea of bonanza, okay? Sending you love, kisses, hugs, and I'll see you next time, okay? Be good, and if you cannot be good, be careful.